Hi guys, welcome back for another video. I'm Jess and I'm one of the creative designers here at Sizzix. Today I am going to get to play with the brand new Sizzix Sidekick Starter Kit. So I am going to show you guys how to create a gorgeous make using the starter kit, sorry, so many S's, starter kit and the Sidekick. And yeah, I can't wait to show you guys what you can do with this kit. It is amazing and there's so many things you can do. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to use the stamps in the starter set. So I'm going to do all of my stamping or whatever stamping I need to do first, and then we can do some of the die cutting, embossing and all that good stuff. So I've got a little panel that I've pre-cut and I'm going to make a kind of pattern background. So I'm going to make a card with separate panels, and this is going to be one of the panels on my card. So I'm going to place the cardstock onto my stencil and stamp tool. I'm going to take just this floral design from the stamps to begin with, and that is going to be what I'm going to use to create this pattern background. I'm going to use embossing powder for this because I'm then going to ink over the top. So because of that, I'm just going to, I'll get my stamp kind of roughly where I want it to begin with to start off. And then I'm going to cover my piece of paper in a little bit of anti-static powder. This is going to make your embossing way cleaner. So you just want to rub that static powder over there. And that's just going to make any embossing that we do over the top nice and clean. You're not going to get like little flecks of embossing kind of all over where it shouldn't be, basically. So we've got our stamp ready to go, and I'm going to ink that up using a clear sticky ink pad. And then we're going to stamp that. And even though it's clear, you should be able to see there's almost like a little watermark where you stamp. So we're going to stamp that, and then I'm just going to maneuver this stamp. I don't need to go back over with like the static powder or anything. I'm going to maneuver it where I want it to almost kind of create a continuous pattern as we go all over that piece of paper. And because we're using the stencil and stamp, if you need to add a little bit more ink and go back over it, you absolutely can. So again, place your stamp down, let your plate pick it up and ink it up. And we're just going to repeat that until our whole piece of paper is covered with our stamps. Once you're happy with the pattern you've created, you want to just gently peel that off of the sticky grid sheet base. And then we're going to use our funnel tray, and we're going to cover that in a clear or white embossing powder. If you're using a white background, it can be clear. If you are using a coloured background, but we're going to ink on it, so ideally use a white background, you can use a white embossing powder. And then I'm just going to completely cover that and tap off the excess very gently, okay? And obviously we're using our funnel tray so we can save all the excess, because otherwise that would be all waste, which we don't want. So I'm just going to place this under here, and I'll put that back in the tub in a second. And then you can take your heat gun and slowly heat this up until the embossing powder kind of melts, and you'll see it kind of change colour. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So you can see it's all kind of melted and changed colour. If you feel like you've kind of missed a little bit, like just go back over the If there's just a couple of bits that haven't fully melted, just go back over them, but you should have your completed embossed piece of paper. So now I'm just going to grab a bit of scrap card and I'm going to ink over the top of that. So I'm going to take a couple of Distress inks. I've got Saltwater Taffy and Kitsch Flamingo. I'm going for like a bit of a pink, blue, lilac theme, but obviously go with whichever you want to. There's no rules here. And we're just going to gently start to add some colour over the top. And you can see how where we put the embossing powder with that stamp, it is obviously resisting the ink. And it's going to create this gorgeous effect. Like so. And you can then blend two colours together if you want to, like I'm kind of doing, or just stick to one colour, whatever you want to do basically. Lovely. Like, I love that. That looks so good. And the resistance of the stamp, I think, just looks really nice and stands out really, really well. So we're just going to pop these to one side because we don't need these bits. And if you do want to, I'm just going to grab some tissue. If you do want to, you can go over the top with a little bit of kind of water and just take off some of the colour in like almost like little droplets, and you can do that to kind of create a little bit more of a watercolour effect if you want to, just as like a added bonus if you wanted to do that. So we've got our stamped kind of background panel ready to go. We are now going to do a little bit of embossing. So I'm going to bring in the gorgeous Sidekick. I'm going to use the mechanism on the side, that means it sticks to my base, which is fantastic. And I'm going to use the embossing folder that comes in your starter kit. So I'm going to take some rose gold metallic card, but you could use obviously whichever colour card you want to use. And when you're embossing, you want to take one of your clear plates and then your embossing plate over the top, and we're just going to roll that through, and it goes through super smooth and easy. And then we have our embossed panel, and how pretty does that look, particularly with that kind of rose gold opulent cardstock. It looks amazing. So I'm starting to see my card kind of take shape. So I've got my inked panel, I've got my embossed panel, and then I've got another panel here, which I've started to add some little trails on because I'm going to use the little bee stamp. So I'm going to stamp a couple of extra bits. So I've actually already kind of pre-stamped them just to show you guys. So I've stamped a few of the bees and cut them out. So bear in mind with the starter kit, you will get dies that cut perfectly around the stamps. So say that floral element that I've already stamped, if you wanted to take an extra element and cut it, you could cut it using that framelit and that will perfectly cut around that floral element. Again, same with a few of them. So things like the bees, when you stamp them and cut them, it will cut perfectly around. You can use the circle to cut the wreath out that we've got here, the arrow, so I'm going to include one of the arrows that I've stamped, and you also have a framelit that cuts around that. So you get the idea that you can cut around a large majority of the stamped elements in this starter set, which is amazing. And then you even get a lovely little extra element, so things like the little trail, which doesn't have a corresponding die, but you can use that in the background. So I've just used it to place my lovely little bees over the top like so. Super cute. So I'm going to start to arrange these panels in the back. So let's add some glue. to the back of these. I'm going to start to piece it all together. So I'm going to glue down and make sure all of the back panels are down, and then we'll come back and add the extra details like the bees and my sentiment over the top. Okay, so I've stuck down all of my background panels, so now we can start to add some of the fun detail over the top. So I've pre-printed a little birthday sentiment onto some cardstock, and then I cut it out using the circle that comes in that set. I'm going to take some little foam pads and use those to kind of raise this one up rather than keep it flat, just because I want a little bit of extra dimension on my card. And put that there to kind of join all of those background panels in place. And then I've got some of these little elements here, so these all come as extra die cut pieces as well. So again, I'm just going to use foam pads just to raise these up ever so slightly. And you can use all of these different elements to kind of layer up your design however you want to, basically. I think that's the beauty of this whole starter set, is obviously it is perfectly designed to all work together, so it all just works really cohesively, which is fabulous. And again, just a couple of foam pads on these little hearts, which obviously also come in the set. They're a gorgeous little accent to add on to any kind of project. And then I think last but not least, we'll add our little bees. So I've just stamped and die cut these and then just added a little bit of yellow pen to them. But honestly, you don't even have to do that. I think they look super cute, just plain black and stamped. And just place them at the end of all of their little bee trails. Super cute. Now, obviously you could keep going and going and add lots of fun detail, but I think I'm happy with how that looks. So we have our finished birthday card, all complete with our background panels. We've got our emboss, our gorgeous powder emboss kind of pattern background. We've got our bees and then our sentiment with all of those extra little elements on the front as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed following along, and you'll get to make a birthday card following this one, or using the other elements and make your own design. Obviously, like I said, there's so much you can do with this one starter kit collection, guys, and I think your Sidekick is going to be the new little trusty friend to add to your collection if you don't have it already. Even if you've got one of our big shots or our switch machines or anything like this, I think this is a great one to add to your collection. It can be your gorgeous little on-the-go machine with that starter kit set, or if you're brand new to die cutting, this is an amazing place to start off, kind of dip your toe in, and I think you'll be surprised at how much you can create using the Sidekick machine and just the few stamps and dies that you get in that set. Hopefully you can enjoy checking out some of the other reels and content surrounding this machine, and if you guys create anything using it, then please share it across our socials. We do love to see it, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. That's all from me, but until then, stay safe and keep crafting. Thanks, bye.